What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. This is Eccentric RockStar'Seed, or more so, I am an eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I'm here with another intuitive message. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you to all who are subscribed. I strongly appreciate you. Okay, so I got some intuitive messages. Okay, I heard, what is it? Not on my watch. There's a few of them. My mind just went blank. That's somebody, I feel like somebody's trying to dumb you down, kind of like emotionally bully you or put you down, isolate you, something like that. Some negative, petty energy like that. I hear a roar. I got a Leo energy or lion energy. Sometimes you just need to let them roar. Don't argue with them. They just like to express themselves in that way. It needs a vent. That's their way of venting it out. It's an act of self-care for them on a spiritual level. They don't hold anything in. They're very passionate. And I feel like that's you at this point. You're very passionate and you don't want to hold anything in. I feel like you have been purging or just releasing. And I feel like in that roar, whether it be spiritual, like physical or emotional, or just, yeah, spiritual, physical, emotional, you have made quite a few people more imbalanced, where they were already imbalanced, but they operating from a confused mindset where they don't realize they're imbalanced. Your roar is going to silence them. However way it come out, doesn't even matter. But it's medicine for you. It's vitamins for you because you need to release it. It's kind of manifesting into your body like sickness because you're trying to be patient. Maybe it's in a professional setting. Maybe it's energy you see your children or loved ones is affected by it. It's anxiety. It's a lot of anxiety around you. The children have a lot of anxiety, or your animals, if you have pets, they have a lot of anxiety, rigid or just fidgety or just highly irritable, and it's irritating you. Take that as a sign that they're absorbing too much negative energy around them, and that's what's going to make you roar, okay? Because you're not going to be able to tolerate, your little ones or your pets or anybody that you love be affected by something that you're trying to be strong about. I hear it's okay to fight. It's okay to let it out one good time. But once you let it out, don't make it a thing. Like, just let it out one good time. Let them have it, because you don't realize that you're sending off these frequencies. This pressure is causing too much anxiety for those around you. Like, if you have plants, if you're a person who's by yourself, if you have plants and stuff, they're wilting. I guess you're putting too much pressure on them. Okay? Don't try to control things. It will take you further away from your inner wisdom. Calm down and listen to your heart. Your subconscious is always working towards your best interest. So it's really in you to react like that. So go ahead. You're allowed to, especially when it's affecting all living things around you. Trust is to be able to trust what you cannot see with your eyes. Use your imagination, create your dreams in your mind, and they will become clearer to see. So I feel like with these two, you're trying to control your emotions. It could be creating a negative vision in your imagination. It's kind of getting in the way of your manifestations. That's why you got to do it. That's why you're called to do it. Now, I'm not telling you to go outside and go to jail, but definitely let your passion be felt. Now that you're going past speak up, let your voice be heard. Let your passion be felt, because it's way too much unscientific energy. Like, that didn't make any sense. That was dumb. It wasn't very well thought out. You know what I mean? It's just people who are just way too easygoing on your watch. And you need to replenish that energy by roaring. It's not enough ritual baths that can cleanse you of that feeling. let it out because it's going to manifest into sickness for you. Guardian angel. So I feel like that could be passed over loved ones. Yep. Passed over kindred spirits, guardian angels. Passed over loved ones. People who tried to cloak yourself. This is like a cheers to everybody who tried to cloak themselves as trying to be like you. Just as massive. Just I feel like you're angry because you feel like your intelligence is being insulted. And I feel like these are people who tried to cloak themselves as you. And your family, your parents came in if they passed over, or siblings, even deceased siblings. You see them in your dreams a lot. And they remind you, that's not what you do. And don't let anybody try to come in and infiltrate your space or just come in your house rent free, come in your spirit rent free. Like people take up so much of your mind and your time and your energy. These are people who's trying to enter into your spirit space and take over. So you've been attracting a lot of dense people, for best choice of words. A lot of people who trying to take advantage of your kindness because they're mean-spirited and they're envious of what you have to offer, okay? And they don't want to do their own thing because I feel like it's laziness. I heard laziness. I heard bum, so that's why I think it's laziness. That's why I feel like I should say that. Give me one on guardian angel. Yes, muse of history. Wounded healer. You come from a lineage of well knowledge, well thought out, well planned, and look at what's on the bottom. Come in full circle. Your intellect, whether your intelligence is being insulted or not, you come in full circle. Now let's talk about the nature of a reptile, a snake. They're very intelligent. They don't operate from their heart space. They're not designed to be emotional. What they are designed to be is sharp-minded, and that's what they are. That's because, and why do you think they don't attack their prey for about 2 weeks before they do? Because they're studying you. So they ace their test really almost every time because they take the necessary time to learn you before they stroke and strike you. And you know when they turned against you is because they stop accepting your glad tidings. They stop bonding with you. That's when you know it. That's when you should know it's a problem. Okay? Or they're just washing their energy of you. But then you got this that comes full circle. What they put out against you to make you seem, they're gonna deem you unstable. This is how they're going to come at you. They're going to deem you unstable. They're going to deem you just to deflect off of their irresponsibilities. They're going to deem you mentally unstable or unfit for everyday life responsibilities. And you know what? That's when they're going to shoot themselves in the face. That's when they're going to cut their nose to spite their face because who in the hell told you you had an MD? Where did you do your residency? Or who are you talking to like that? And these are not people that speak to you or interact with you to that depth of a velocity, to really tell you anything about you, but really it's just their lack of accountability. And this is where things is going to come full circle. You see that? You see how she got, if you can see on the camera, it's a picture of the Ouija board. This is my witch card. This is somebody who plays into the dark arts and tries to manipulate the situation. They're not having the best experience with you because all that shit is coming full circle. You're too intelligent. And that's probably why this card came out. It's to trust what you are not yet able to see. They don't trust what they can't see. That's why they're resorting to desperate measures. Okay? And they try to make your imagination be dark. They're trying to get back into your graces. And when I say graces, I mean your spirits. And they shouldn't try to control things. It will take them further away from the little bit of intelligence they might be using. But I don't think so. I think they lost this one big time. And they should go home and soak and heal. So let's talk about what does the cards have to say. So I see your psyche and your heart. Like you don't listen to your heart. You don't have to justify what you know to be true in your heart or explain it. Your real friends know better And the people who don't like you are going to rebut what you say, but that's history. That's everybody who stands for something is going to get treated like that. Even they try to deem you as this negative energy. So the overall energy is the Six of Pentacles in reverse, very unrequited. So I feel like intellectually, you've already made your rounds, as they say. You already have come full circle, and that crown is still on your head. They're not the sharpest pencil in the bunch, okay? What's the challenge? Justice. I told you they're not going to be able to get away with that, okay? What should you be focused on? Your family and your empire. Because that's the energy you're in. It puts you in that space, and that's just what it is. What's your strength? Companionship, partnership, love and respect. I hear it, love and respect. Like they say in the narcotics meetings, what should you leave behind? The opinions and the woes of others. What is your near future? They can't come correct, they can't come at all with the Knight of Cups. That's the only way you'll tolerate people interacting with you moving forward, which is how it should be anyway. So how do you see yourself? Somebody who constantly puts the work in to master themselves in their craft. What's the environmental attitude? Is that emotional disconnection. It's like walking away or walking towards something. What's your fears? Not having enough or not being enough for the people. You don't want to be that snobby person who has that lackluster mindset. And what's the overall future? Is you emotionally poised, clean, teeth clean, shoes clean, clothes clean? That's what my grandmother used to say. I always think about her voice saying that when I see this card. Look how poised, how clean and put together this person is. You are beloved by the people, by yourself, because you constantly put the work in. You know, can nobody take anything away from that person, how clean and put together they are. The next time somebody wants to tell you that you're operating in two minds or try to sneak this and send attacks, okay, roar. You're allowed to roar, okay? You are allowed to, but do it once and for all, because that's in the leaving it behind. Make sure you're damn ready to leave it behind, because the challenge is that's an injustice to what they're doing, and it's going to be made right. And then, because you don't seem to be rude to anybody. You haven't been, but there's just a lot of silliness surrounding you, and that energy is getting to you. So you should exercise your right and your passion to be passionate about it and express yourself the way you see fit. You also had kindred spirits. That is your strength, your Two of Cups. You don't need to bond with nobody except your loved ones for now, because it's not just, by now you know it's not your soul tribe. Okay, that's why it's unrequited with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's not for you. Okay, you can be the wounded healer elsewhere, where your services will be solicited and be utilized appropriately. Nobody's going to call you, nobody's going to try to attack your psyche, your intellect, to make you go gorilla like that. That's why I keep hearing roar. Let me just vent. Leo energy. You don't have to be a Leo, but that's the energy. One thing about them, they can't be antagonized. So that's the energy I get from you. You've been antagonized, and it's not good. It's not a good feeling. And you being in this position and what you need to be focused on, do what you got to do to stay focused on being just that, man or a woman. Because that's somebody who's responsible for a lot of people, their family, and the way that they're going to feed them. So that would be you, and that operating in that masculine energy. What else should the collective know to close it out? Trust that, I think you do have trust. Yeah, that's your yes card. Trust that it's going to be all right, and there's no victory for them. They're going to have egg on their face. That's a fail. That's being publicly humiliated. But yes, they did throw daggers at you in an attempt to publicly humiliate you. And yes, you did put it to rest. And those are spiritual attacks, psychic attacks, mental, and as well as your heart. Somebody tried to challenge your heart to see if you had one. It's like you let people get lazy and relax. That's why they say revenge is a dish best served cold. Let them relax. Never operate from a warm heart because it ends up taking more from you. They end up taking more from you than you from them. Let them relax and get lazy in what they thought was a farce victory with that Six of Wands and that Six of Pentacles in reverse. Now, let them be confused. Keep them off kilt. And when you walk up on them, cold as ice. Serve them apathetic energy. Okay? You trust yourself. You're a leader, so you know how to delegate without getting too caught up. Okay? Serve them judgment. Okay? And send them off. Don't even hold them hostage. Leave them lost with that Five of Cups. Okay? And you just keep working on your empire. Work on yourself. That's why they can't beat you. Okay? Because they were naive. The Fool's card is in reverse. They're spiritually blocked off. So how was they supposed to beat you when you're doing all the work? Make it make sense. Is there anything else? What about the Judgment card? Yeah. I mean the Justice card. That's not what I meant. They call judgment. Because nobody's going to keep antagonizing you. And they're going to put themselves in a self-inflicted prison. Worrying about you. Being naive. So that was a message, a quick message. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And keep your best foot forward. And remember, you're allowed. It's your birthright. It's your strength. It makes you, you're not unintegral or vile to practice being felt. It's your right to be passionate. And they're going to know how you feel when it's all said and done. And they will stop that goofiness. Okay? Until next time, don't forget to like, share, subscribe.